Hi again. So I just finished filming the kiln unloading and doing all my shout outs, so I'm just thinking I might actually divide this into two videos for you, just so it's not such a long one to watch. So there'll be a part one and a part two. So this is future Jane coming in, because you will be seeing these videos next. I am. Brain exploding. Anyway, so yes, I am going to divide this into two parts for you, just so it's not such a big long stretch of a video, because I know we're all so busy at the moment and sitting down for an hour of video is a little difficult at the moment. So I'll split it into two parts, okay? So this will be part one, and keep an eye out, part two won't be too far behind it. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, good morning everyone, welcome to another kiln unload. I'm Jane from Shoebox Studio in Secret Harbour in Western Australia. I have a Cone 6 kiln to unload, although I'm quite anxious about this one because it didn't get to the Cone 6 temperature. Usually, so my kiln is a Paragon TNF 233 144 litre, and I usually just set it for a straight Cone 6. I don't do much mess around with the ramps or anything like that, and it usually gets it to 1196, which has been fine. That's worked out perfectly for most of my firings. Usually I get about a 5.5 on top, 6 in the middle, 6.5 even hotter on the bottom shelf, so I sort of know how it works. But yesterday my kiln was still firing at 11 o'clock last night. It had been going for 12.5 hours and it was only at 1156 degrees. So yeah, I ended up shutting it off because I thought surely 12.5 hours, it's had the heat work it needs. But yes, I think my elements are going, at least the top ones anyway. So I have ordered new elements, but they're not going to be in before the, sorry, I thought something was crawling up my leg. That was the cord for the kiln. But they've only got sent from Sydney yesterday, so they're not going to arrive, I don't think, for this week to get the firings complete for this week. So this could be the final firing for this week, which is a bit disappointing because I still had at least another glaze kiln load to do. But them's the breaks, I guess. These things happen and just got to roll with it. I think I should have enough stock for this market Friday night anyway, with what's in here and what I already have, I hope. we shall find out. So yeah, let's get into it. My anxiety is kicking my butt at the moment. I feel quite sick because I really am not sure what to expect from this. I did have a peek before and top shelf did not get to Cone 5 even, so just hoping it got warmer down below. But let's do it, hey? My little kiln guardians, which unfortunately didn't do a great job this time, but I can't blame them. I mean, this kiln's been going for a good couple of years without a change of elements, so we've done okay. Okay. So yeah, the kiln is still a bit warm, about 100 degrees, a bit hot. Top shelf won't be that. So yeah, okay. I mean, it's alright, but it's not, I mean, yeah, okay, let's just do it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, husband called. Okay, so yes, top shelf. I mean, a lot of it is non-functional pieces. Well, I mean, functional as in they're trinket dishes and things, so they're okay if they didn't fully fire. The glazes look alright, but there is a couple of mugs up here that I can see are going to have to try and go back through. Hopefully down below has got hotter and I can use at least the bottom half of the kiln to finish up what I need to do for another firing. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so yes, coming back. 5, 6, 7, nothing happening. 5 started to go, but that's it. Thank you to everyone that told me how these go in the cone holder. I've got it worked out now. So yeah, not much happening there at all. Okay, let's start with the stuff that will be fine. And they're quite pretty actually. Okay, I have some little trinket dishes. I just remembered I've got to grab my notes. They are just over here. Okay, this one's a 647. 647. Of course it's over there. So this one is 2 to 3 coats of PC24 Sapphire Float. 2 by Crystal Jungle Gems CG990 Starry Night on the edges, as well as some pearl white on the edges. So that's quite beautiful. Just realised I haven't got my light on here, but I think you can see it okay anyway. I don't think you really need that. I don't think it does anything. I've got the garage open. So yeah, little trinket dish with a little moon. I'm going to apply luster to these, so there'll be gold luster on the moon and on the edges. So yeah, that's quite beautiful. Do need to grind a little bit on the bottom just to get rid of where those stilts were. I don't usually glaze all the way through to the bottom like that, but I decided to this time. It looks quite nice. Just have to fix up those little marks. Okay, I think I did 2 of each. So yep, there's another one of that one. So yeah, that's really pretty. Oh, and I said I was going to show my notes, how I write my notes for my glazes, glaze combinations. So I don't know if you can read this very well, but I just put the number and then a little quick description and then what I use glaze wise. So that makes it easy to reference, and it's also when if someone buys something and they decide they want another one of it, I can always go back to my note. Like they just tell me the number on the bottom, I can go back to my notes and I can sort of replicate it. As you know, it's always going to be a little bit different each time. Nothing's ever the same when you do pottery. It's all going to vary, and especially with this because, well, it didn't get to even a cone 5. Okay, it's just some dust on there. Have these 2 now, 2 more trinket dishes. Good little hearts this time. So they've come out quite cute too. Okay, so they are 2 by PG55, which is Floating Lavender, which is the vase glazes by Amico. And then on the edges I've got Micro Pearl by Mako. I love Micro Pearl. I'm nearly out. I have to get some more. So yeah, they came out pretty. Again, a bit of glaze on the back as well. Actually cleared a table over here this time, ready to put things on. Okay, here's 2 more the same, I think. They look a little bit different for some reason. Okay, it's funny, I haven't used these stilts for so long because the last time I used it, it actually collapsed and melted into the bottom of my cup. So I haven't used them, but I figured with these being a lot lighter, it should be fine. I don't know why it melted, like they're rated cone 10, but for some reason it did that. Okay, so these are the first ones. So these did one a little bit different here. Got the little hole in the dish for the heart. But these ones are 3 by SW170 Blue Hydrangea. And then on the edges, one of my new glazes, it's Unicorn Horn by Coyote. Didn't know what to expect from that, but I still don't know that if that's what I can usually expect because, as I said, it didn't get hot enough in here. But they're quite pretty like that anyway. Actually, looking at that, you can see Unicorn Horn. I don't know if you can see it. Needs to get hotter. It's got little bubbles in it, so it obviously didn't get hot enough. I can see I've got 2 mugs with Unicorn Horn, of course, up the top here, which I'm definitely going to have to go back through because they've got that bubbling as well. So I presume that is because it didn't get hot enough. Okay. Some little orange ones. This is another new glaze. So these ones are 2 by Coyotes MBG 212 MBG 212 Enchanted Sunset. And then on the edges I have Desert Dusk by Mako. Sousa? Sousa? No, Seiji Moon. Seiji Mood. Sorry, I keep saying mood. I think it was you that uses Desert Dusk, or was that Sousa? I can't remember, I'm sorry. One of you does, but I bought Desert Dusk because of that. So yeah, they're quite pretty. That sunset one, Enchanted Sunset, is more orange than I expected. But that's alright. Okay. 2 more trinket dishes with little hearts. These ones are 2 by SW177 Raspberry Mist. And then on the edges of this one, scraped over the rim, so sort of I get my brush and just sort of wipe it over the edge and go around, is Berry Tart by Jungle Gems. They're quite pretty. You don't get a lot of the berry tart sort of showing through, but it's nice for a little bit of something. Okay. Matching ones to these ones must be down lower. Okay. Oh no, I only did one in this. Okay. Little moon this time. That one is 3 by PG24 Night Rain, which is a phase glaze by Amico. And Pearl White by Spectrum on the edges. Yeah. Nice. Actually, I really like the little cloudy effect on the where it meets. I think these little trinket dishes will do well at the market. Just, they're good little gifts. Okay. There's only one of this one too. So I lost my texture. Oh, there's one little turtle there. I don't know if you can see him on camera. There is one little turtle left down the bottom. But this one is 2 Pearl White by Spectrum, and then Indigo Float on the edges by Amico. So that's quite pretty too. Actually don't know if I'd mind that it didn't get hotter and melt more on these, on those little trinket dishes. It sort of works. Oh, this one's interesting. This might be my blue guppy, is it? Yes, yeah, and Rainforest. I bought Rainforest to Nat. I think you had Rainforest Celadon, and I was loving it, and it took me ages to actually be able to get it. And then I saw it come into stock and I grabbed it. So we've got 3 by Rainforest, and then on the edges, again sort of scraped on with the brush, I have got Blue Guppy by Jungle Gems. So that's interesting and pretty, and the texture shows up really nice with the in the middle there, the Rainforest. Very nice. Okay, and then we've just got a little ornament. That one's just Celadon Bloom. Love Celadon Bloom. I think that's one of my favourites at the moment. And again, I leave these raw on the back so that people can write little their own little pieces on them, personalise them, put a year on them, whatever. Or as Nat suggested, you could even put essential oils on the back. Okay. I'll leave them for a sec. Show them with that. I just have some my little hearts that go on the bags as my little freebie gifts for everyone when they purchase from me at the markets. So they're all just in Snapdragon Celadon. Okay, let's get rid of all of these stilts. they all lasted okay. I did have to straighten up some of the wires on them with a pair of pliers before I started, but they did okay. Okay, it's finding grass from my garage all over the place. It was so windy here yesterday, and I had the bottom of the garage open to ventilate the kiln sort of thing, and all of the loose grass, dead grass and stuff blew in, and it's, yeah, quite messy in here now. Ooh, okay. That might be because of the temperature. We'll see. Okay, so I've got some more trinket plates. Looks like we have some jungle jam trinket plates actually. 675. Yes. Berry Tart by Jungle Gems at cone 6. Well, no, don't know what cone it ended up as. Possibly a 4, 4.5, maybe 5, not 5. Yep. So yeah, that's actually quite pretty. This is another Jungle Gem by the looks of it. Purple Rain. Nice. Is this a Jungle Gem or is it Celadon Bloom? Celadon Bloom. I was wondering if it was Seafoam or Celadon Bloom. I don't think I did Seafoam because I'm pretty sure it would burn out at the higher temperatures. Seafoam is a Jungle Gem. Celadon Bloom's Mako. Mako stoneware. I'm pretty sure this one is a Jungle Gem. 677. Oh, it's a couple. Oh, okay, yes. So yes, I didn't know how this would go because the top glaze is Jungle Gems Pink Pixie, but I thought it might burn out, so I did some other pinks underneath. So I did a coat of Stroke and Coat Pinky Swear and a coat of Stroke and Coat Rosy Posy, and then I did the 2 of the Pink Pixie, Jungle Gems Pink Pixie on top. And that's quite pretty. Everything's got white crystals in them. And I didn't think they all had white crystals, but it's all showing white crystals, which is interesting. Maybe that's something to do with the heat work. Okay, is this Poppy Fields or Amaryllis? Amaryllis. I think there's like 20 odd trinket plates in here. Yeah, well, so my micro pearl, of course, didn't get any crystallization because I don't even think it's fired full. Very matte, satiny looking, because, yeah, didn't get hot enough. But anyway, it's, it's a very boring plain white dish, but that's okay. Someone will like the white. 680, Purple Aster by Mako. So these glazes are done okay. I mean, that one isn't as shiny as it usually is either. But it'll be okay for trinket plates. And then Unseth, I attempted your Berry Woods. I can't remember what it's called, sorry. But yeah, mine didn't work. So it's with the deep fire brick around the edges and then the winter wood over the top. Mine didn't come out as pretty as yours. I do have a question for you though, Unseth, if you are watching. Is it deep fire brick you're using, or isn't there a different one to deep red fire brick or something like that? I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, I never get a good red out of it. I always get a brown. But again, as I said, this did not reach temperature, so that could be what it's about too. Not sure. Okay, and then we just have more little hearts, which are all just the Celadon Snapdragon. Okay, let's get into some of these little things. So I did some little Christmas village things. They're cute. I don't know if I'm totally happy with them, but anyway, they're sweet. So they're tiny, tiny little Christmas houses. Well, I mean, they're not really Christmas as such. It could be anything. So yeah, so they're done with the yeah, see that clay didn't get hot enough. That's the Clayworks yellow gold speckle, and it's usually a lot toastier than that. Again, it'll be fine for these are only ornamental, but yeah. And then with them, we did some little baby trees. These have come out cute. So they were just, I mean, they were Mako gloss, straight colour gloss in the dots, most of them. Some of them were stroke and coats. The yellow was a Mako yellow gloss. Then there was like a red gloss, a blue gloss, green gloss, dark green gloss, I think it's called. But yeah, they're just little pinched trees again. They're quite cute. Hope these are in focus. I noticed with my last video some of the things weren't coming up in focus. They weren't too bad, but... And so yeah, that's just a high fire wire that I use to put the stars on. If you can't get hold of that high fire wire though, you can always put your holes in the top of your tree, put your holes in the bottom of your stars, and then fire them and then glue them in afterwards too. The stars could be a bit difficult to glaze fire. You'd have to figure out a way to do that without them touching your shells. That could be interesting actually. Yeah, but you could also always just fully fire your stars, fire them to full temp, to your cone 6 or whatever, and paint them with an acrylic or something afterwards. Just, yeah, because it's not going to be washed or anything like that, so an acrylic would work fine as well. I've actually bought myself some a ceramic gold paint that you can bake in the oven to finish off things, so I've got that for little decorative things if I want to add gold to them, rather than trying to, because my kiln is so big, when I do a luster fire it feels like I'm wasting a lot of space. So yeah, some of these little more decorative things I could just use the acrylic, or I don't know if it's an acrylic what it is, but it's a ceramic paint. Okay, so now we're on to these mugs. I'm disappointed because I was excited for these, but anyway. Okay, 684. Okay, so this was, so I did 2 of these, my ribbed mugs. So the bottom third was 2 by Micropearl. The middle here was 2 by Fairy Rose by Coyote, and then the top was that unicorn horn by Coyote. Now it looks okay on the outside, but, well, I don't know if you can see that, it's just full of bubbles on the, yeah, I think you can. It's like that orange peel look in the bottom. So I think that, there you go. I think that's because it didn't get hot enough, unfortunately. So for them to be, for me to qualify them as functional, I'm going to have to fire them again somehow, either after I get new elements or still hoping that down the bottom might have got to full temp and I can fire it. You're just using the bottom of the kiln, but yeah. But yeah, I think there should have been a lot more drip and everything with that. So a little bit disappointing. I did do 2 of them. So we'll see what the one further down's like. Same here. This is another one with unicorn horn. Well, this one didn't do too bad. 686. Because there's 2 of these as well. So that one is, the bottom third was micro pearl again. The middle was micro pearl by Mako. Sorry, I have been told I talk too fast. I think it's a nervous thing, trying to get it all out of the way. So please excuse me. I'll try to do all the writing of the glaze combinations underneath again if I get time during editing. So yes, bottom third micro pearl. In the middle was Soft Aqua by Spectrum, and up the top was Unicorn Horn by Coyote. And again, same thing with the Unicorn Horn on the inside. Where did I find that light before? Lost it now, but yeah, I don't know, you can't see it, I don't think. But yeah, it's got all that orange peel effect, so it's going to have to go back in as well. Yeah, bit disappointing. Actually, that Soft Aqua still melted a lot for not even getting to cone 5. It's a bit of a worry what that'll do on a refire. Then I've got a couple of rainbow mugs. These look fine because they, I will test them though to make sure they are vitrified. But these are rainbows and they're done with stroke and coats. I did actually write down all the stroke and coats I used for these, I believe. Where was it? So I can tell you. I think, did I? Yes. So these ones are, so all the stroke and coats done in the rainbows with Flux Blossom over the top. So the stroke and coats I used are Sunkissed, Hot Tamale, Blueberry Hill, Orange Appeal, and Teal Next Time. So they've come out quite good. They're actually really bright, and that's probably because it didn't get so hot. So they didn't burn out at all. But as I said, I will test them to make sure they are vitrified with the paper towel test. But they look pretty good, so I might be okay, hopefully. Oh dear. Knocking things down. He's safe. He didn't break. And these are my raised cookies that I use. Quite handy. I actually, if I get glaze drips on them, I do clean them off to reuse them, so I can get quite a bit of use out of them. The clay is, oh, that clay was so awful to throw those with. It was so groggy. But yeah, you can see like that one has a big drip, but I just cleaned off the top, so I can still use it.